This video is brought to you by Scopic.com. Get yours now.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Full4K.com and we're going to take a look at Samsung Gear Fit 2. It's the successor to the original Gear Fit that was released 2 years ago, and as the name implies, it's a smart band that is focusing a lot on a fitness tracking. And as you can see, I'm not exactly the most active person. I'm actually quite lazy on that part. But I have to review this guy, so I did try to move a little bit, but I'm still not perfect. So we'll be focusing more on a smart band capabilities than a workout tracker because I'm lazy. All right, so let's start by taking off the watch off my wrist. And here we go. You'll be firstly greeted by this watch face in which you can tap and hold to switch between the number of the watch faces that you can download or purchase from their store. Some of them actually look really good and some of them are really useful. You can swipe left to get your notification area where you can check your notifications sent from your phone, and if there are email that you can read or reply to, you can tap on it and there should be a reply key on the very bottom. Unlike the bigger Gear devices, you cannot use the keyboard or your voice recognition. Rather, you would have to choose from the rather simple number of the templates that are provided with the watch. When you receive a phone call, the caller will be displayed and you can choose between answer or reject. But again, this does not have a speaker or a microphone, so you cannot talk directly into it, although you most likely wouldn't want to. And from there, you can swipe right to slide through the widgets. Those widgets are mostly about your activity tracking, and you can add more or move around the widgets. You can reorder them. The apps that do not come with the widget can be found by the app key on the right hand side. So you can get access to settings, music player, 24-hour log, and more that you can download from Galaxy apps through your phone. Those are pretty much the basics of the smart band part of the band. You can slide from the top, just like on your phone, to change your brightness or to get into do not interrupt mode. And you can quickly launch a music player in which you can use it as a remote controller for your phone, or you can pair your Bluetooth headphone up with the watch so you can send your music to Gear. In this part, you have to have your MP3 file to sync with your Gear. A lot of people, including myself, use streaming services like Spotify, and it would have been a great idea if a cache data could be saved to Gear, even if the Gear is disconnected from the phone, but unfortunately you have to have your own file. Now to the fitness part. The best part about the Gear Fit 2, unlike its predecessor, is that you do not have to tell it that you're starting to work out. Because that was pretty ridiculous that you had to tell your activity tracker that it is about time for it to track your activities. But this guy automatically detects your heart rate and floors that you climbed and steps that you have taken and calories that you have consumed, but unfortunately it can't tell you how much caffeine that you have consumed. Your fitness data are available to be found on S Health app, where you can find your activity summary, steps data, sleep data, and running, walking, all those data that are saved and synced with the Gear Fit 2. Let's take a look at my walking records. When you tap on a specific date, it's going to tell you how much that you have walked and how long that you have went for. Let's take a look at this guy, in which I walked for 2.5 kilometers, and the speed that I was walking with was 4 kilometers per hour. One of the characteristic features about the Gear Fit 2 is that it is built in with the GPS. So when you're off your phone, when you are only with your Gear Fit 2, it records the trail that you have went through. This is synced with the Google Map, and not only that, it tells you the speed, heart rate, graphs, so you can learn how much portion of that workout was vigorous intensity zone. There's some additional data here. Here's a lot of data: workout duration, total duration, average speed, average pace, lowest elevation, highest elevation, a lot of data. Those are available because I told it to start tracking. Now, don't get me wrong, it does get your activity automatically, but if the activity is tracked automatically, you'll be given a whole lot less data. Let's take a look at this one. This one is tracked automatically. It says auto there, and it only tells you about the brief information. It doesn't have the GPS map, it doesn't have the elevation records. So if you really want to learn all the details about your workout, you have to tell it to start tracking. The Gear Fit 2 was not always perfect. It did freeze off, so it does not accept any of the touches that I have to forcefully reboot it. And there was a time where I walked a long time and it lost signal in the middle and didn't get it back. So it didn't record about like 90% of my workout locations. But even with that, I'm pretty satisfied with this guy. There's a lot of things that you can do. There's a lot of things that you can track. And it also tells you there's inactivity notification that it's about time to just walk around and stop staying that long at the office at seat, and gives me an interesting piece of information that I've never known, like the floors that I've climbed. Yes, the device is a bit big for some people, including myself. And to be honest, I still think the original Gear Fit was a better looking device. So I think the best way to describe the Gear Fit 2 is somewhere in between. This is actually a very good smart band. It's responsive, it's actually pretty good looking, and it's pretty utilitarian. So I would like to think the Gear Fit 2 as a great smart band with just a bonus activity tracking features. The battery lasts about 3 days without any intense uses. If you have like an hour worth of GPS tracking workout, then you'll be down to like 60%. When you are down to the low battery, you can either activate the power saving mode, or you can always place it on a charger like this in either direction. They're currently selling this at $199.99, and do I want to get this with that price? I already did, but do I want to suggest that? I think so, yes. It's a pretty fancy device with the pretty neat features. It made me work out a little, and although it's not 100% accurate, the automatic trackings are very useful. So yeah, it's a fun little device. So that's pretty much it. Thank you always for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I'll try my best to answer them. You can meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. We'll see you guys later.